members to my club. I have to prepare a speech. I have to pay the bills. Oh my, it's the first of the month. Rent is due. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. As you can imagine, I seem a little stressed. Can anybody here relate to that level of stress? Actually, let's ask another question. Let's pretend that we're in kindergarten. How many people wish they were in kindergarten? Free as a jaybird, not a care in the world, and have nap time every day. Got a couple people? Okay. Well, since we're adults and we can't do that, today I'm going to tell you the methods that I use to overcome S.T.R.E.S.S. The S. First, you have to be sure that you're not superhuman. Now, a lot of times, I like to think I'm Superman and have an S on my chest, as you guys can see. But as I go through the process, I remember that I'm not superhuman, that I can't do it all. And as adults, sometimes we think that we have to be here, or have to be there, or have to do this, or have to do that. But when it's all said and done, we can't be in more than one place at one time. So when we remember that we're not superhuman, and that we're not faster than a speeding bullet, or more powerful than a locomotive, I mean, we can jump over a big puddle in a single bound, but that's about it. Then that leads us to the next step, is T, trust. As adults, often it's hard for us to really trust our process, to trust our decisions, because a lot of weight happens with each decision that we have to make. But another Superman analogy, if you think about Superman, whenever he saves somebody, he is sure that he is saving the right person. He knows that he's done his research to make sure that when he goes and saves somebody, that he can do it. As adults, if we have that mentality that we've done our work, we've done our research, we've put the time in to make it happen, that we've made the right decision, then we can go to the next one, is E. E is enjoy life. Those that know me, have seen me around, you'll always see a smile on my face, always laughing. A Harvard medical study showed that children laugh about 10 times more than adults. 10 times. And a pessimist is twice as likely to have heart problems than an optimist. Pretty significant. And it also showed that if you laugh about 10 times a day, or for 10 minutes a day, that you will decrease high blood pressure, and also those with arthritis will be able to alleviate some of that pain. So when you enjoy life, that takes you to the next step, is R. Resist the hype. Resist the hype. Just because someone's running around like this, and I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to be here, I've got to be there, that doesn't mean that you have to also. You don't have to fall into that mold where you have to get frazzled with anything that comes your way. Because when you're not frazzled, that means that you're staying in control. S. So everybody close your eyes really quickly and imagine a car, any car you want. I won't give my idea of a car because I don't want to put my ideas into your head, but imagine a car. And that car is your life. So go ahead and open up your eyes. Now, if you're driving that car down the freeway and you hit a patch of water, you may hydroplane, or if you hit a patch of ice, you might start spinning. In order to stay in control, you have to tighten down on the wheel of your car. Because as you tighten down the wheel of your car, you're able to stop the swerve so that you can go to the next step, and that's S, that's sing. Or sing. For me, I love to sing whenever I'm frustrated, whenever I'm annoyed. And it might not work for you all, but if you try it, it might work. Because as you sing, the emotion from the song, the emotion that makes you cry, that makes you laugh, that makes you dance, helps make sure all the stress that's going on in your head just fly out the window. A couple years ago, I had a speech in Phoenix, Arizona for high school students. Now, I had every right to be stressed with this because I only had enough money for the rental car and for my hotel room. Now, look to your left, look to your right, look all around. Now, the appetite that all of these people have around you is my appetite. I have to eat. I love to eat. And with not having enough money for food or other things that I wanted to do, I was starting to stress. I was starting to become razzled. But I remembered that I was not superhuman, that I couldn't be in every place at once, and I had to trust my process because I knew that what I had to tell these students was what they needed to hear. I resisted the hype because other people around me were saying, oh, just cancel, you can go again. I said to myself, no, I know that I'm going for a purpose. So I started to enjoy life. I don't know what I was laughing at or what I was laughing about, but I knew I had to laugh to make sure that I could stay in control as I'm driving down the freeway of life. And as I stayed in control, when I got on that airplane, I guarantee you, I was singing so loud that the pilot could hear me. But I didn't care because my stress was going out of the window. My stress was leaving. And it's what I needed to make sure that I could go and give that presentation. To make a long story short, and just to see how success happens when you handle stress correctly, I get to Phoenix. I was able to upgrade my rental car for only $5. I get to the hotel, and I got a suite instead of a regular hotel room for half the price. Now, has anyone been to a hotel that has bedtime snack? 2 people, 3 people. I had it, and it was amazing. Cheese and crackers and soup. The best stuff I've ever had in my entire life. I ate till my heart was content. I was there 2 nights, 2 days. Both nights I had bedtime snack. The next morning, they had a full breakfast. Remember, I like to eat. They had the eggs, the grits, the bacon, the oatmeal, the bread, the pastries, and I was loving it. All free at this hotel. And when I got to the school, they fed me lunch, and they gave me enough to take home for dinner. You all have just heard the method that I use to handle S.T.R.E.S.S. I made sure I wasn't superhuman. I trusted my process. I resisted the hype. I enjoyed life. I stayed in control, and I sang until my heart was content. Everybody has stress. The question is, how do you decide to deal with yours?